On this episode of Bangin' Gears, we're going to put a new alternator in the Cobra, so stick around. First, let's talk about the different parts of the alternator. So obviously, there's the belt. The belt runs the alternator, which creates electricity for the entire car. Your battery you only use when you start the vehicle. The rest of the electricity gets generated by the alternator. So this is your tension bar, which allows you to push the alternator back this way, creating tension on the belt. The whole thing sits on a pivot bolt down here, which allows the alternator to rock back and forth. You can push it forward to take the belt off, and the tension bar pushes it back to put tension back on the belt. So before we get started, first thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery, and we'll get started. So this is the last bolt. This is the pivot bolt, and it's the only thing holding it in. So now is the hard part, because you want to get the bolt out, and then the alternator, you don't want it to fall on the floor. And now the alternator, just a tight fit, comes right out of the car. So the reason why we're replacing the alternator in the first place is because of this puppy right here. There's no bolt. At first I thought it might have just got loose and spun out, but it's actually broken off, and it looks like somebody tried to drill it out and did a horrible job. There's actually still pieces of the bolt in there, and it's probably not fixable, and that's why when they put the alternator back on the car, they didn't put a bolt there, because you can't get a bolt in there. So I wanted to buy just the pieces and get it replaced, but it turned out to be cheaper just to buy a whole new alternator. So we're going to take off the mounting bracket and the fan components, transfer everything over, and get it back in the car, and it'll be done. So now that we got it off the bracket, I want you to take a look at that. I hope you can see that. That is destroyed. It looks like it's filled in. Looks like somebody welded it closed, but really that's just a bolt, and somebody drilled it and did a horrible job. Whoever did this is an idiot. But anyway, so we got to take this bolt off. I'll show you how to do it with the impact gun, and we'll transfer everything over, and it should be good to go. Okay, so I unfortunately do not have a impact gun or drill, so I just had to go to a neighbor's house, and I didn't bring the camera. So I took the front of the fan off with the impact gun. I'm just going to clean this up, get all this gunk off of it, and then I'm going to go back over there. This time I promise I'll bring the camera, and we'll get him to show you how they put it back. We put it back on, and then we'll get it back on inside the car. Okay, so now we're going to put new clean pieces on the new alternator. That goes there. And that goes there. And then the new. So we don't make a mess, we're going to put it on here. Instead of putting it on the bolt. let's go back over to the neighbors. Get that impact gun. Okay, so unfortunately my neighbor did not want to be on film. So, I'll go through what he did. So, you have an impact gun, which basically is a big impact tool. You guys all know this already, and there's my phone. So, socket goes on, and you just hit it once. Bam! And it comes right off. So, you put it back on the same way. He did have to use a puller to pull the pulley off and the fan, but other than that, it came right off. So let's put it back inside the car, and we'll keep on moving with the project. Okay, so the last thing to do is to just adjust the tension bar to bring the alternator towards me to create a little tension on the belt. So let's do that. And by doing that, is basically spin the middle bar. Now, the rule of thumb is that the belt should only want to turn a quarter turn. And that's pretty much right where we want to be. So now we just want to lock it in place. With the offset bolts. Hold it in place. Tighten the bolts. And it's not going anywhere. The belt is nice and tight. Alright. Let's clean off everything off the top of the motor and we will start the car. Okay, so we're back in the Cobra and we are gonna see if everything works. We turn the battery on. Turn the key on. The gauge should jump up to 12 volts because now it's just feeding off the battery. And then when I start the car, it goes up to 14. So everything works great, and tomorrow we'll go out for a test drive and we'll see if my rattle is gone. But for now, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time on Bangin Gears.